Thank you, Connor.
Well, thanks for the introduction, and I must say I'm delighted to be back here again this year to give you an update on Bombardier commercial aircraft. We are the third largest civil aircraft manufacturer in the world, so I think we're in the right spot on this agenda following Airbus and Boeing. We're really committed to becoming number one below 150 seats. And that's the market segment that we think is very underserved today, especially 100 to 150. And that's what the launch of the C-Series is all about. I would also say that we have optimized solutions in each of the segments we serve. So in the regional aircraft segment below 100 seats, we have the turboprops, which we, with the Q400, we believe is the most optimized solution available today, and with our regional jets, the same. However, today I'm going to focus on the C-Series. I think that's sort of the hot topic. I guess if there's a theme for this presentation, it's all about the new realities. And truly trying to understand those realities when we talk about our products. So, you know, today, and you've already heard it a lot from Airbus and Boeing. I mean, we're looking at, you know, $100 plus barrel of oil. So fuel efficiency is incredibly important. You know, we've seen a lot of changes in the industry. You know, a lot of mergers, consolidations. You go back as early as China when they put the three new major airlines together. You know, what's happening in Europe, what's happening in the United States. And it's just not with the network carriers, it's with the low-cost carriers. And despite all this consolidation, there's new entries every month, every year. So it's really important to stay in tune with all that. The environmental footprint, that's just a given. So all the aircraft today have to burn less fuel, emit less carbon, less emissions, be much more quiet. And of course, there's this never-ending pressure on cost because there's a never-ending pressure on yields. So when you look at a new airplane for any segment, I mean, you really have to look at the dynamics of these different factors when you propose a new segment. It's been talked about a lot already, so I'm not going to elaborate. You know, the fact is that the world is continuing to grow at a pretty good rate. Obviously, the emerging markets are growing faster than the more mature markets. All of that translates into increased travel, and also, you know, the world is becoming more wealthy. And so we have, you know, more leisure travelers. You know, the low-fare carriers have really made travel affordable for them. And of course, with wealth, we have more business travelers as well. So, you know, all of that is good for the airline industry. When we, you know, look at the 100 to 149 seat segment, you know, we would say that the demand really has never been greater. So we, you know, we really do focus on the different regions of the world. And clearly, North America remains number one. But when you look forward, about half of that market is replacement and half is growth. If you contrast that to China, which has now become number two, I mean, virtually all of that market is generated by growth, a small fraction by replacement. If you look at Europe, which is now relegated to the third spot, it's mostly a replacement market. This is an incredibly active market segment. This is where most departures occur. It may not be where most of the money is. And again, that's why I think Boeing and Airbus focus above 150 seats. But it's where most of you and I travel. So 50% of the departure are actually below 150 seats. So it's an important segment, a really important segment. Customers, airlines need an optimal solution to be able to produce profits. And as we all know, our airlines have suffered dramatically over the last many years with really, really poor margins. And, a lot of it's due to the fact that they're using, the wrong equipment in the wrong segments. So we need to help them. Our industry will not be able to sustain itself if our customers don't get profitable. And it doesn't mean everybody has to be profitable, but we need to at least have maybe more than half in profitable territory. Now, it's not enough to have a paper airplane that looks this good. I think Jim Albaugh would be the first one to say that. So what is it about next? It's all about execution. You got to deliver this airplane. Execution, execution, execution. So in the beginning, we said, and this is before we learned about some of the challenges that were coming Boeing's way. We said, they have a 4-year program to produce this all-new 21st century technology airplane. Wow. That's a major challenge. We're not up to that challenge. So we're going to take this all-new technology and we're going to do it in 5.5 years. So that was the first thing we said. We added 1.5 years onto our schedule versus the 787. And we launched this in the middle of 2008 with Lufthansa. Thank you, Lufthansa. Added more customers in 2009, 2010. We also finalized our design concepts in 2009, completed our joint definition phase last year, including all the technology demonstrators, and now we're into detailed design and we're actually building product. So we gave ourselves the time and put together the comprehensive plan to ensure we can deliver this airplane as advertised and on time. So Bombardier has a great suite of products optimized for their segments. We have the turboprops, over 1,000 of those ordered, and the regional jets, over 1,700 of those. And we have 90 orders for the C-Series, and I fully expect that if you look at that 6,700 aircraft market over the next 20 years, that Bombardier will capture 50% of that market because we're the only ones with the optimized solution at this point. So as we like to say, great minds think ahead. We definitely have, and we're delighted to be able to bring this game-changing C-Series to the market in 2013. So thanks for your interest and your time.